hobbyist collectors and Prey heads alike. I want to welcome you to my channel, Predator Collectibles. I am your host, Glennon Taylor, and we take a look at anything underneath the Predator franchise that is collectible, whether it be action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas. As you can tell from my backdrop and my shirt, of course, this is an Alien vs. Predator themed review, and per that review, I'm very happy to finally get this item in my collection. I'm about 4 years behind because this particular item came to be in 2015, manufactured by a Hong Kong or Chinese based company, and that is going to be the Scar hybrid metal figure from Herocross. So again, I am, like I said, 4 years behind, mainly because of the price point. These usually do sell for between $90 to $100. I really couldn't afford it at the time. Now I know what you're thinking. My last review, which was the Hot Toys Wolf Predator, was $300, but that was more on a payment plan standpoint, as to where I don't think this is more of a payment plan availability. So as usual, per my reviews, we're going to be looking at the box. We're also looking at the contents of the said box, the figure, what it comes with and what it doesn't come with, and we're going to start that review right now. So this is not your standard box. This actually has a metal flap to it. So you just want to disconnect the magnet, flip it over, and you have the metal figure on the left hand side with some of the accessories on the right and the two spears on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get them out of the box. Now what's really neat is you do get a manual with the hybrid metal Scar Predator. I've already played around with it, so I'll just go ahead and set this off to the side. And you do have, of course, that vacuum form seal, so we'll just go ahead and lift this off. And there's two parts to this. So you have the stand on the bottom and you have the figure on top. So we'll go ahead and look at what's on the top of it, which will be the figure and the accessories first. Now there's also yet another vacuum form seal, so you'll just go ahead and lift this off, set it off to the side. And naturally what we're going to do is go from top to bottom, left and right. So what we're going to do is look at the figure first. So let's go ahead and start off with that. I absolutely like this figure a lot, mainly because of its small stature, and the body parts are made out of metal. However, the body parts, such as the thigh armor and the shoulder armor, are made out of plastic. The blades are made out of plastic as well, and they do retract and come off. And the way that you do that is you remove the top piece of the gauntlet and just simply retract the blades and put them back right where they are to have them be fully extendable. The other part I like is the necklace is, of course, a separate piece from the figure, and that is all done on a nice good threading. However, the skulls are casted in one piece, and that's perfectly fine. I know NECA does this a lot when it comes to the skulls on the Predators that they do. So I'm very happy to know that even though they're not individually threaded, that it is nice to know that you have all the skulls here. And in case one breaks, unfortunately they'll all break, but I do like that this is a separate piece from the body armor itself. You also have a fully adjustable shoulder cannon that goes up and down, so it does have joints to it, and it does rotate left and right. The backpack does not come off of the figure, so that is fully 100% part of the figure itself. Now the face does come off to reveal its magnetic personality, I would think, but it does come off very easily, and that also helps with putting on the bio helmet, which I'll show you here in a minute. But I do like the face a lot, a nice good paint job. It also has the scar indicating the name of the Predator, and the scar has a nice good pinkish to it where it's a fresh wound. So I do like that a lot, actually. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the bio helmet, which I really do look forward to most of the time when I review a Predator figure, mainly because this one has the light up tri-laser housing, so we'll look into this a little bit further. I really do like this bio helmet a lot, mainly because it does have that old weathering and hammered look to the bio helmet, and then of course when you get to the Scar, it has the brand new layer of metal underneath it to restrict how shiny it is. So whenever you do cut a piece of metal, it has the weathered part, and then underneath it, it has the nice good shiny part to it. And on the back of it, it has the magnet that attaches to the face, and beside the magnet is the switch that when you turn it on, it does have the LED shining through the tri-laser housing, nice and bright as it should, and I really do like that a lot. Now when you take the face off of the figure, as usual, it is very simple, very simplistic, and the magnet should attach to the face, showing off that beautiful light up tri-laser housing and the mesh as well. And of course, the next thing we're going to look at is the Ceremonial Dagger from the first film. So let's go ahead and take a look at this really closely too. So I really do like this dagger a lot, mainly because of its cuteness. It does have the gold tooth or handle part right here, so that's always nice. But when you take it out of the sheath really quickly, it reveals the blade, and I really like that a lot. Mainly because in comparison to the sheath, it does fit nice and snug, and you'll notice on the back there's a peg, and the peg itself does go onto the side of the shin guard of the Predator, and there's a nice good little hole where you place the peg into it, and once you have the sheath on there, you can just go ahead and just put the blade into place like so. So the next thing we're going to look at, of course, is the Shuriken. As always, a standardized weapon in the Alien vs. Predator franchise and universe. So let's get into it. So I do think that based upon its current size and paint job, this has a nice good bulky design to it, which is very cool, mainly because it has, with the Predator figure, the Predator also has somewhat of a small yet bulky stature. So I really do like that Herocross decided to make the weapon Shuriken just as small and bulky in design, just as the Predator. Now of course the next two are going to be the two spears. You have one that is retracted, one that is fully extended. These are pretty standard, so I won't be getting touched into these as often or pretty much into detail. It is what it is and they are what they are, so we'll go ahead and move on to the stand. So the bottom vacuum formed plastic is of course where you have both the stand, you have the hanger, or I would pretty much say the grabber, mainly because of its arm that attaches to the stand. I'm not quite sure what these are. I don't think I have a use for these. I'm only saying that because I don't see where they would be placing anywhere on the figure or the stand itself. So I'll leave these off, pretty much not look into these. And you also have the four other hands to go along with the figure. So we'll look into the stand first and go into the hands. Alright, so for further investigation, I did find out that those two black things actually go both here to hide the screws, so that was my mistake. But I did put them where they belong, which is right here, to hide the screws for the arm. So yeah, those are those two black things were for. So of course, with the arm in place as well as the stand, you just want to take it and plug it as such. Nice good snug, and there you go. And it does maneuver around as far as how to grab the figure itself. I haven't really decided on what exactly pose I want him in, so we'll just have to figure that out when I get a chance of displaying him in my own house. I want a bigger house than what I have, so we'll have to go ahead and go from there. The other thing I forgot to mention is that with the manual, you will also get these really cool, nice stickers, and I do plan on using the stickers eventually, just not right now. So you get the face of the Predator, and then on the bottom you have where it says Scar Predator Hybrid Metal Figure number 20. So again, this will go on your stand, and I will of course put this on my stand when I have a nice good setup for a proper display. But this particular sticker will be on the back of your manual, so make sure you don't throw it away in the manual because it'll be hiding in the back. And last but not least in the review are your hands. You have two open hands, two fists, so let's look into these really quickly. Now I will say that when it comes down to the gauntlets, they do come off of the figure, so just be extremely careful when you are attaching the accessory hands to the figure itself. But it's very simple. All you have to do is put this back into place and the accessory hand as such, and you're all set. Now if you wanted to, you could display the hands as an accessory piece right here on the stand itself, which I think is a really nice, good option as well. So you have the fists on one hand if you wanted to, and the two open ones as well on the other side. Now, in my opinion, I absolutely love this particular figure from Herocross because of its metal design. It reminds me also of a lot of the Nendoroids from the Good Smile company. Good Smile has also done some Predator figures in the past. I don't know whether or not they have a license for Predator anymore, but you get 2 more of these, and that's going to be with Wolf and Jungle Hunter. And I'll get those probably very soon now that I've already have this one added to my collection. But I want to know what your thoughts are. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below whether or not you've not yet decided to get the figure. Hopefully this video has helped. If it has, leave me a like on this video. And I also want to know if you have received it, if there's any shortcomings that you think they could have improved on. I personally think that so far I don't think they really could have. I love everything they've done with this particular figure, being since it's made out of metal, good materials, and a light up feature in the bio helmet. And also, if you are in fact a Predator fan like me, make sure you click on the subscribe button as well as the bell notification for when all my videos are uploaded. So I do hope you enjoy my content, and thank you again for your support on this channel. I will see you next week for yet another review. Happy hunting.